Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review, and in today's review we will be taking a look at a pair of shoes that initially I completely said that I didn't want, but in the end I ended up getting them anyway. You know how it goes. Now, before we actually dive into the video itself, I just want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you're new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. And if you do want to reach out to me for any reason, you can find me most active on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. We do post upcoming releases, raffles, and we also do give a good insight into upcoming videos as well. So if you do want to tap in with me, do make sure to head over to my Instagram page and drop me a follow. And with all of those formalities said and done, sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So before we actually dive into the shoes, just like we always do, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. And because this is a pretty iconic and a pretty special release, we do actually get a nice shake up for the actual box itself. Now the box is in a pretty typical Jordan 5 type of style, but the actual colorway and the actual color of the box is kind of there to replicate the shoes themselves. So all the way throughout the box we do get this mainly silver color, and then in the center of the box we do get that green bean Jumpman. Now, one of my favourite details, which is probably not one of your favourite details, is actually the box itself. As if we actually lift up the lid, we actually do get this really nice texture in here. I'm not sure if it's going to focus or not. I hope that it does. But yeah, really nice texture in there. Definitely gives the box a really nice feel. And then if we do just take a quick look at the actual label, which reads, we have the Air Jordan 5 Retro in the silver, green, bean, flint grey colourway. And this is a personal pair as it is a UK size 9. Now, if we do just pop open the box itself, we do also get that pretty traditional splatter print tissue paper. And then underneath that, here we have the kicks. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Air Jordan 5 Green Beans. Now, this is the very first time we've seen this release since 2006, which is when this colorway released for the very first time. Now, when it comes to the Jordan 5 Green Bean, there is a surprising amount of love and fanfare for this particular colorway, considering it's a non-OG. You definitely would get the feeling that it was an OG colorway, just based on how certain people talk about it. Now, in preparation for this release, I've seen so many people talking about this shoe, and it is always nice to see people getting excited for Jordan 5s. They definitely don't move or sell the same way as certain other Jordan models, and in my personal opinion, they definitely don't get the respect that I personally feel they deserve. So when I saw these were coming out and I saw people were excited, I got myself really excited for it as well. But in like the build up to the actual release, for whatever reason, the excitement levels just completely dipped. And I even said in a previous video, I didn't even want these. But considering how easy it was to just get them, they were just sitting there online. I couldn't help myself and I had to actually try these out because unfortunately, I never had the 2006 pair, so I don't even have anything to compare it to. So I'll be basing this review off this shoe alone, how I feel about it. I'll give you my unfiltered, unbiased opinion to hopefully help you guys who are tuning into this video decide if this is actually a worthwhile pickup for your collection as well. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. Now, from the minute you actually break these out of the box for the very first time, you are going to be presented with what appears to be this smooth tonal grey leather. However, the entire upper on this shoe has been constructed using 3M materials, so depending on your lighting source will actually dictate how this shoe looks both in hand and on feet, which is just absolutely mad. So if you are wearing this in like a low light situation, you get this really nice smooth grey tonal look. But if you're wearing this in a very well lit up area or if you're taking photos with the flash on, this shoe looks absolutely incredible. Now, when I actually do the B-roll footage, I'm going to try and get a picture of the actual 3M just to kind of let you guys see a little bit of the shoe in action. For me, seeing that 3M is absolutely, it's immense. It's absolutely nuts. The minute I got these in, as soon as the delivery driver left my gate, I was immediately taking a picture of these because I just had to see it for myself. I do have a lot of concerns with it, just from like a sustainability, wearability, and durability perspective. Because it is 3M, it's going to show a lot of wear very quickly, and just putting like the aesthetics of the actual shoe aside, I'm really not sure I could actually wear this shoe out and about just because of how it's going to look after I've worn it. I feel like if you can look past it and you love 3M, you're going to absolutely love these, and I definitely would recommend to get them now before the actual prices go up. But for me personally, there is definitely a lot to consider as to whether or not this is a shoe I would even keep around. I feel like from a collector's piece, just to have in the collection, I would absolutely love to keep these. But as to whether or not I would actually wear it, it kind of remains to be seen. It's kind of just one of those things. But with all of that aside and not necessarily focusing on the 3M for now and actually jumping back into some more of the details, now on both the lateral and medial sides in the midfoot we do get that traditional netting like we see with most Jordan 5s, and that same mesh detailing can also be seen underneath the laces on the tongue as well. Now to nicely accent all of this grey that's on the upper, we do have more grey hits but in a nice smoky grey look to add a really nice pop of contrast. And then as we do actually work our way onto the ankle collar in traditional fashion, we do get that Air Jordan 5 ankle bubble. As we then reach the heel of the shoe itself, it's pretty much just business as usual. We see more of that 3M grey leather on the actual heel as well, but it's then nicely accented once again with that green bean Jumpman. Yes, this is a Jumpman on here because, as I mentioned earlier, this is a non-OG colorway. If you don't like the Jumpman, I don't see why you wouldn't, but that's on there, not Nike Air, and it just is what it is. And then if we do actually just circle our way back into the center of the shoe, we just get your pretty standard flat grey shoelaces. Now as we work our way up the laces, we do get this translucent lace lock with another splash of green in there as well, again for a nice pop of contrast. And then actually working our way up to the top of the tongue itself, again we do see more 3M detailing on the tongue with that green embroidered Jumpman, as well as some nice green accents at the top of the tongue as well. Now when it comes to the Jordan 5, it is traditional to have 3M on there, considering there's also 3M on the upper. Maybe it's 3M overload, maybe that's just me. But I feel like all in all, it's fine. But again, as we've already touched on, there is a lot of 3M on the shoe, just to bear that in mind. And then as we do actually work our way inside of the shoe, on the reverse of the tongue, we do have some more Air Jordan branding on that pretty traditional tab. And then the actual sock liner itself has been done in more of that really nice green bean colour. And then just continuing even further inside the shoe, we get a mostly grey insole, again with that ever-present Jumpman on there as well. Now as we actually work our way back onto the outside of the shoe once again and actually work our way down to the midsole, now the midsole has been constructed using a polyurethane material with a visible air unit towards the heel, and one of my favourite details about the midsole is the shark teeth detailing. For those of you that maybe don't know, this is actually taken from the World War II fighter jets. Looks incredible, a nice splash of green definitely breaks up this monochrome look to the overall shoe, and I feel like it is just a really nice touch for the shoe itself. And then if we do the switch over to the outsole of the shoe, we get this semi-translucent icy blue outsole with the herringbone traction at the forefoot and heel. We do also have more grey accents at the tip of the toe as well as in the midfoot, and then to finish it off we do get that once again ever-present green bean Jumpman underneath the forefoot as well. Now when it actually does come to the overall sizing for this one, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, I went true to size with a UK size 9, and even though I was very reluctant to try these on before I did the video, I did try on the other pair and I can confirm that it does fit very similar, if not the same, to all my other Jordan 5s in the collection. So when it does come to sizing, I would just highly suggest go with your natural true to size fit, and I do think that that'll be the best bet for you. And other than that, we've pretty much just covered everything that's worth mentioning on the shoe itself, so if we now just go ahead and wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, I'll be completely honest, I've been racking my brain for ages trying to decide what I should be rating these. On the one hand, I feel like it should be higher. On the other hand, I feel like it should be lower. But in the end, I do feel like these are a pretty solid 7 out of 10. As I've kind of touched on throughout the review, there's a lot to love about this shoe. So if you're anything like me and you love 3M reflective sneakers, if you love the Jordan 5, there is so much, elements, and especially the history of the shoe that there is to love. But at the same time, again, like we touched on in the review, there's a lot to dislike. The fact that it's not very good in terms of wearability or durability, and how it's going to look after I've worn it 2, 3, 4 times is a little bit of, it's kind of causing me a little bit of concern right now. So I'm not sure if these will be sticking around the collection for too long. I do feel like it is a really nice pair and a really nice piece for the collection, but still, I don't know if I can be having a £180 shoe in the collection and never wearing it. It's just not how I do it. So this one very well maybe out the door, but time will tell for that. I would love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do leave me all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what your guys' ratings are, and let me know, did you pick these up, and if you did, how you feeling about them. Do leave me all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.